Different approaches to the market segmentation have a different implication for cost and revenues. Standardization strategy is typically associated with lower cost than a segmented strategy. And a standardization strategy involves the company producing one basic offering and trying to attain economies of scale by achieving a high volume of sales. For example, in case of Pakistan, you can look at these big retail stores like Carrefour and the Metro. They are basically following a more standardization strategy. Or if we contrast the standardization strategy with the segmentation strategy, the segmentation strategy involves that the company customize its product offering to different segments, producing multiple offering, one for each segment, and customization drive up to the cost for two reasons. First, the company may sell less of each offering, making it harder to achieve economies of scale, and products targeted at segments at the higher income end of the market may require more functions and features, which can raise the cost of the production and the delivery. You can look into the example of, let's say, Toyota, the car manufacturing company. They have a different kind of the car for the different kind of segments, and their Lexus car, which is a expensive car, it has a more feature, because if you are offering any product to the high end market, so that will increase the cost for the company as well. And however, advances in production technology and particularly lean production techniques have allowed for mass customization. And what do we mean by the mass customization? Mass customization means that is the production of more product variety without a large cost penalty. Or in addition, by designing product that shares some common components, some manufacturing companies are able to achieve substantial economies of scales in component production while still producing a variety of end products at a different segment. Like I've given you example of the Toyota car, they have the different variations of the car, and they have that kind of a production facility in which they can produce some common components for these cars, and as well have variations in the models of these cars as well. This is a kind of a lean production system through which they are creating a different variations among their different models of the car. Okay, so although standardization strategy may have a lower cost than a segmentation strategy, a segmentation strategy does have a one big advantage. So it allows the company to capture incremental revenue by customizing its offering to the needs of the different groups of the consumers, and they're selling more in total. जैसा फोर्ड गाड़ी जब पहले बनी थी तो वो एक ही कलर के अंदर अवेलेबल हुआ करती थी, और जब फोर्ड गाड़ी के बाद जीएम मोटर्स आए तो उन्होंने मुख्तलिफ कलर्स के वेरिएशन क्रिएट की. इस कलर की वेरिएशन की वजह से कंज्यूमर जो है ये जो है उनकी गाड़ियों की तरफ ज़्यादा अट्रैक्ट हुआ. Okay, so if a company pursuing a standardization strategy where the product is aimed at average consumer may lose sale from customer who desire more function and features and are prepared to pay more for that. The customer is asking for more feature, but if the company is providing a standardized product, then the customer is willing to go to that company which are offering a more customized solution for the customer. Similarly, it may lose sale from customer who cannot afford to purchase the average product but might enter the market if a more basic offering was available. Okay, so अगर कोई ऐसी एवरेज प्रोडक्ट है जिसकी प्राइस जो है उन्होंने एक एवरेज प्राइस रखी हुई है, लेकिन एक कस्टमर ऐसा है जो कि उससे लेस फीचर चाहता है, तो वो किसी ऐसी मार्केट में चला जाएगा या ऐसी प्रोडक्ट को चूज करेगा जिसमें वो फीचर उससे चाहे कम हो लेकिन कॉस्ट वाइज जो है वो कम हो. तो ये कुछ जो है डिसएडवांटेजेस हैं स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन स्ट्रेटजी के हवाले से, एंड देयर आर सम एडवांटेजेस फॉर द सेगमेंटेशन स्ट्रेटजी. Okay, now let's talk about the focus strategy. So this impact on cost and revenue is more deep, more subtle if the company is following a focus strategy. Companies that focus on the higher income or higher value end of the market will tend to have a higher cost structure for the two reasons. First, they will have to add features and functions to their product to appeal higher income consumer, and this will raise cost, and the relatively limited nature of demand associated with serving just a segment of the market and may make it harder to attain economies of scale. For example, Porsche, it's a very expensive car, and that provide a lot of added feature. तो उसको अफोर्ड करने वाले एक हाई एंड मार्केट के एक खास नीश है जिसको उन गाड़ियों को पसंद करते हैं, उस केस के अंदर जो स्ट्रैटेजी होगी उसकी कॉस्ट हाई होगी और हो सकता है इकोनॉमीज ऑफ स्केल आप अचीव ना कर सकें, लेकिन सेल आप अपनी प्राइस को और वैल्यू के रिलेशनशिप के बेस के ऊपर डिटरमिन करेंगे कि आपकी वैल्यू को, क्योंकि हाई पोर्शे गाड़ी को लोग बड़ा हाई वैल्यू एट्रीब्यूट करते हैं, इसलिए आप देखते हैं कि पाकिस्तान में पोर्शे गाड़ी है लेकिन वो तकरीबन 3 करोड़ से तो उसकी प्राइस शुरू होती है। तो एक हाई एंड मार्केट है, एक हाई एंड नीश है जो कि उन गाड़ियों को अफोर्ड कर सकती है, और अगर फोकस स्ट्रेटजी आपकी डिफरेंशिएशन की तरफ है। So, for company focus on the lower income end of the market or a segment that desired value for money, a different calculus comes into place. Such companies tend to produce a more basic offering that is relatively inexpensive to produce and deliver, and this may help them to drive down their cost structure. टाटा कंपनी ने एक गाड़ी अपने इंट्रोड्यूस की थी, आई थिंक नैनो के नाम से, एग्जैक्ट मुझे, हाँ, एक गाड़ी उन्होंने इंट्रोड्यूस की थी और बेसिकली उनका पर्पस ये था कि उनके ओनर ने ये देखा था कि देयर आर पीपल जो कि फैमिलीज हैं और वो मोटरसाइकिल के ऊपर सफ़र कर रही हैं, तो किस तरह मोटरसाइकिल को रिप्लेस किया जाए छोटी गाड़ी से। तो वो उन्होंने कॉस्ट एफिशिएंट रखी थी, शुरू में 1 लाख के करीब, इंडियन 1 लाख रुपए के करीब उसकी कीमत थी, ताकि लोग जो हैं वो मोटरसाइकिल से शिफ्ट कर जाएं उस गाड़ी के ऊपर। तो फोकस जो था वो एक उन कंज्यूमर्स के ऊपर था जो कि मोटरसाइकिल को चलाते हैं, तो ये फोकस उनका, उस फोकस के साथ उन्होंने उस प्रोडक्ट को ऑफर किया था। तो उसके लिए उनका बड़ा ज़रूरी था कि वो कॉस्ट को लो रखें। अगर वो कॉस्ट को लो रखेंगे और प्राइस को लो रखेंगे तभी उस सेगमेंट का जो कि कंज्यूमर है उस गाड़ी को वो अफोर्ड कर सकेगा। तो ये कुछ कंपैरिजन है मार्केट सेगमेंटेशन अप्रोचेस के हवाले से कि उनके क्या एडवांटेजेस हैं, क्या डिसएडवांटेजेस हैं, किस तरह के कॉस्ट और रेवेन्यू का रिलेशनशिप है सेगमेंटेशन के साथ, स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन स्ट्रेटजी के साथ किस तरह है रिलेशनशिप कॉस्ट और रेवेन्यू का, सेगमेंटेशन स्ट्रेटजी के साथ क्या लिंक है और फोकस स्ट्रेटजी के साथ क्या। ओके जी, अब हम बात करते हैं बिजनेस लेवल स्ट्रेटजीज के हवाले से। जो बेसिक बिजनेस लेवल स्ट्रेटजीज दैट कंपनीज मेक आर समटाइम्स कलेक्टिवली कॉल्ड द जेनेरिक बिजनेस लेवल स्ट्रेटजीज। और जेनेरिक बिजनेस लेवल स्ट्रेटजीज वो स्ट्रेटजीज हैं which give the company a specific form of comparative position and advantage in relation to its rivals। तो इसके हवाले से कंपनी का फोकस क्या है और कंपनी का जो है वो कौन सी डोमिनेंट बिजनेस स्ट्रेटजी फॉलो कर रहे हैं, उसकी बेस पे 4 स्ट्रेटजीज जो हैं वो इमर्ज करती हैं। तो कंपनी दैट परस्यू स्टैंडर्डाइज्ड और सेगमेंटेशन स्ट्रेटजी बोथ टारगेट अ ब्रॉड मार्केट। However, those pursuing a segmentation strategy recognizing that different segments and tailor their offering accordingly, whereas those pursuing a standardization strategy just focus on serving the average consumer preferences. Companies that target the broad market can either concentrate on lowering their cost or they can differentiate their product, or the companies that will target and that concentrate on some market, even if they're concentrating on some market, they can follow low cost strategy in that particular market or a differentiation strategy on that particular market. So as a result of their focus, we have the 4 kind of a business level strategies. First is the broad low cost strategy that lower cost to lower prices and still make a profit. Broad low cost strategy, they can try to offer a one product, offer a standardized product to the average consumer but to the larger market. Okay, then the broad differentiation strategy, they can try to differentiate their product in some way, in which case they pursue a differentiation strategy. And differentiation strategy, I will give you example of broad low cost strategy, I will give you example of broad differentiation strategy in the next slide. Then if they are focusing on a particular niche or particular segment and following a low cost strategy, so then this strategy will be known as a focus low cost strategy. And if the company is focusing on one segment or a niche, then the company is basically focusing on a one segment or a niche and following a differentiation strategy, then this strategy is known as a focus differentiation strategy. Or if the company is not clear about that which segment they are following and which strategy are they following, that the company is in the middle of the strategy, which Porter think it's not a good position. It's not a position where the companies can make a profit, because if they are not clear and they have not cleared the direction that which kind of a segment they are following and which kind of a strategy they are following. Now, these are the examples of a business level strategy. So you look into the approaches to the market, either it's a broad or narrow niche market, or low cost or differentiation. So there are some combination. Broad low cost in our case, Metro. Metro, you can say Metro or Carrefour. Broad differentiation is the Toyota, Coca-Cola. Focus low cost is Costco and Southwest Airline. In our case, there are some big departmental stores in different areas, and they are focusing some low cost strategy, and the people are attracting to those low cost general stores. They don't have a big chain, but still they are popular in that particular area. Focus differentiation, Nordstrom. Specialty stores. In our case, the specialty stores are like Ishaji, is a kind of specialty store. And that is the kind of focus differentiation. Okay. So on the basis of the whether you have a broad focus or a narrow focus on the market, or which kind of strategy are you focusing, low cost or differentiation. So on the basis of this combination, there are 4 choices are available to the company. Okay. So there is often no one best way of competing in an industry. The important thing for the manager is to know what their business level strategy is, and to have a clear logic for pursuing that strategy, and to have an offering that matches their strategy, and to align their functional activities and organizational arrangements of the company with that strategy. So that strategy is well executed. So Michael Porter, who was the originator of the concept of the generic business level strategies, has argued that the companies must make a clear choice between the different options outlined in figure 5.4, like you have seen these 4. He has that if they don't, Porter argued, they become stuck in the middle and experience poor relative performance. According to the Porter, it is not possible to be both a differentiated company and a low-cost enterprise. Differentiation raises cost and makes it impossible to attain the low-cost production in the industry. By the same token, to achieve a low-cost position, company necessarily must limit spending on the product differentiation. So there is a considerable value in this perspective. On the other hand, there are some important caveats to this argument as well. Through improvement in process and product, a company can push out the efficiency frontier curves in its industry and redefining what is possible and deliver more differentiation at a lower cost than its rival. As we have discussed in the value innovation, that how Dell pushed the efficiency curve, and by the combination of this differentiation and the lower cost, they achieve a higher profitability in the industry, in the PC industry. In such circumstances, the company might find itself in the fortunate position of being both the differentiated player in its industry and have a low cost position. Ultimately, its rival catch up, so it may have to make a choice between emphasizing low cost and differentiation. So it is important for a differentiated company to recognize that it cannot take its eye off the efficiency ball. Similarly, the low cost company cannot ignore the product differentiation. The task facing a company pursuing a differentiation strategy is to be as efficient as possible given its choice of strategy. And the differentiated company should not cut costs so far that it harms its ability to differentiate its offering from of their rivals. At the same time, it cannot let costs get out of the control. For differentiation company, it's very important to control the cost as well. If the costs are going out of the hand, that will increase the cost, and that will ultimately increase the price. And if the price is so much high and the difference between the value and the price is less, So the company who are pursuing the differentiation strategy, then they have a less profits or lower profits. So it's important to have a control over their cost. Okay. So like in the case of the example of Microsoft Office आपने देखा बड़े पॉपुलर हो गया 1989 के अंदर. It was the first company to offer word processing, spreadsheet और PowerPoint presentation in a one suite. उससे पहले अलग-अलग इनके प्रोग्राम आते थे, जिस तरह लोटस आया करता था एक्सेल के लिए. और फिर आपने देखा 2006 के अंदर गूगल एप्स इंट्रोड्यूस हो गई और ऑनलाइन वर्जन ऑफ ऑफिस सूट आ गया. एंड गूगल अप्रोच वाज नॉट टू मैच ऑफिस on feature, but to be good enough for the majority of the user. And this helped reduce their developmental costs. Google followed a low-cost strategy and quickly made its presence felt in many small and large enterprises. Microsoft still has a stronghold in the industry, but it cannot ignore Google Apps. Nevertheless, Microsoft remains competitive, and it came up with its own cloud-based offering, which is the Office 365. Both companies are currently on par with each other. The market has yet to see that which company will emerge as the leader. So that's an interesting question. कि कौन सी जो होगी कंपनी वो इमर्ज कर जाएगी क्लाउड के ऊपर, किसका ऑफिस सूट जो है वो इमर्ज कर जाएगा द मार्केट लीडर. ओके, तो ये बात मैंने अभी तक आपसे की इसके हवाले से, बिजनेस लेवल स्ट्रेटेजी के हवाले से. अब हम नेक्स्ट मीटिंग में मैं आपसे बात करूंगा नेक्स्ट वीडियो के अंदर बिजनेस लेवल स्ट्रेटेजी, इंडस्ट्री और कंपैरेटिव एडवांटेज के हवाले से. ओके.